This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on. And if you hit that like button, double check it's working properly, because you know these bad actors are working overtime, suppressing the channel because they're terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the stock market. Listen, guys, I haven't been putting out videos in the last 2 days because I was under the weather. I had got some cigars from Cartagena, Colombia, and those were the worst cigars I've ever had in my life, and it got me sick. It's like I poisoned myself, okay? Guys, and I'm not telling you to smoke cigars because you really shouldn't, but if you do, use full leaf hand-rolled cigars, preferably from Dominican Republic or Cuba, okay? Cartagena, Colombia should not be selling cigars. They should not be selling cigars. I believe what they're doing is they're taking like the garbage leaves, they're using some chemical to make them into full leaves again, and then rolling them up, and they're selling people terrible stuff, okay? They're selling people terrible stuff, and I know if I got sick, they're making a whole lot of other people sick also. Anyway, that's not the purpose of the video. I'm just added that as a warning. Guys, listen. I believe something big is about to happen with NWBO, okay? I believe something big is going to happen with NWBO. You guys know that I like NWBO. They have a cancer treatment that uses your own DNA, so there's no negative effects like with chemotherapy. You guys know that these bad actors been attacking it, trying to push it down, because if NWBO treatment is approved in the UK, it is going to cost Big Pharma billions, probably trillions of dollars. And that is why they started attacking it. And then NWBO took them to court. The lawsuit is still live. And the last time I looked, the last time there was an update was like September 5th, if I'm not mistaken, okay? The lawsuit is still live, and they're still moving forward. They're going to have to turn over that trading history. And I believe, in my opinion, it's going to expose a lot of the fraud and corruption in the NWBO play, the naked shorting, the spoofing, the washing, and all the other stuff that they do in order to manipulate great companies. But that's not what has me excited about NWBO right now. If you guys didn't know, in March of 2023, NWBO got into a contract with Advent Bioservices so they can get a manufacturing license for UK's MHRA. And that's a step in the process of NWBO being approved in the UK. But here's the thing. Now, instead of having a contract where they're going to use the facility of Advent Bioservices, they announced an agreement to acquire Advent Bioservices. Okay? So they don't just want a contract where they can use a facility. Now they are purchasing the facility. I mean, that means that they believe. That means, in my opinion, I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell NWBO. If you're going from a long-term lease to ownership, you believe that you're going to be there for a very, very long time. Okay? If you're going from a lease to now you want to acquire the property, that means you believe you're going to be there for a very long time. That means I believe that NWBO has seen signs that they are about to be approved for their cancer treatment in the UK. They believe that it is coming very, very soon. And on top of that, I've heard rumors, and I don't know if this is true or not, that they are at the stage where they're working on the labels. How is the treatment, the medication, gonna be labeled? That is major news, because you don't start worrying about labeling of the product unless you know approval is incoming. Okay? Unless you know approval is incoming. Because the label is usually the last thing that you're considering, is how you're going to label the product. Because if you don't feel your product is going to be approved, would you be concerned with the labeling? I don't think so. I believe the labeling is the last step in the process, the last step in the approval process. So this tells me, now, do I know 100% for sure? Of course not. I'm just analyzing what I'm seeing and sharing that with you. I believe that NWBO believes that they're going to get approval for their cancer treatment in the UK very, very soon. Because they went from a lease with Advent to now they're purchasing Advent. You would not need to purchase the factory if you didn't plan on being in that factory for a very long time. And if they are focusing on labeling right now, if this is a step in the process that they're in, that tells me that pretty soon, more than likely, NWBO could be approved for their cancer treatment in the UK. And guys, based on the clinical trials, the price of NWBO could go through the roof. And I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell NWBO. You have to do your own DD and come to your own conclusions. But in my opinion, NWBO is looking bright. It's looking bright. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think somebody would go from a lease to buying a property if they didn't feel they were going to be there a very long time? Anyway, have a great day. God bless. And I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.